we often can be very compassionate to other people, but the compassion doesn't come inward to ourselves. And I think it's sometimes just good to recognize that perspective. That doesn't mean that's something else that we're not good at. It just means it's an awareness that an area that we need to maybe check in with ourselves a little bit more.
What's up, Jayhawks? Welcome to another episode of Driving with Jayhawks. I am your host, Paige Freeman, and I serve as the Director of Student Programs for the KU Alumni Association. And today I have joining me is the Director of Mental Health Services for KU Athletics, Kristie Baumchen. How are you, Kristie?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
What are some myths associated that you've been able to dismantle since being in this role?
I think one of the major things is that, mental health is just something that we only have bad mental health. And so really the awareness that we all have mental health, it's, every single day. It's what we think, what we do, how we feel. And so that's a big one. I think another big stigma is that, really it's a weakness in that, needing help or having symptoms of depression or anxiety, it makes you less than a person. I think that's a big stigma.
What are some day-to-day tactics of how can people just improve their daily mental health?
We live in such a fast-paced world. We have access to many different things to not only distract us, but keep us, informed, so that we end up finding by the end of the day, especially at time to go to bed, we've got everything that has been kind of stacked up, and then our brain starts spiraling, and we have a really difficult time of just being able to go to bed in like downshift, and finding time during the day to check in can be that downshift that you need.
What are some resources associated with mental health awareness or prevention tactics that you would share that might be available for Jayhawks to, explore, whether it be local or national?
Absolutely. So if you are here on campus, CAPS is our Counseling and Psychological Services, is available for our students, and so I think that is a phenomenal resource. They also have within the Lawrence community, Burnt Nash Mental Health Center. They are a great resource for our community here. And then if you are out there in a different city, different state, and you're wanting to see what services are available, whether it be therapy or counseling services, psychologicaltoday.com has a network where you can input what you're looking for, and they will tell you who the providers are.
When you think about ways that people can support family members or themselves or friends who might be struggling, what are some tactics or advice that you would give?
It's not a one size fits all. I think that when we are talking about our own awareness and being able to advocate for that, let alone advocate for somebody else's, it's important that we can't pour from an empty cup. And so being able to take care of yourself is so important before you pour into another person. But the biggest thing is really connecting and being able to have relationships where you can notice the changes and then be able to ask questions such as, are you doing okay? Like, how can I help? And then knowing what the resources are in your community so that you can then also help persuade them or maybe encourage them to go and utilize those resources.